viewers, I hope you are all fine. This ultrasound video shows multiple large fibroid uterus, large ovarian mass, and a large hepatic hemangioma. You can see the uterus, urinary bladder, and a fibroid is seen. This is the urinary bladder, this is the mass, and this one is the uterus. This is cervix. You can see a large mass, semi-solid to solid in consistency, round to oval in shape, and having heterogeneous echogenicity with a significant calcified tissue seen in the mass. You can see the calcified tissue has posterior acoustic shadowing. This is the mass with significant calcified tissue in its interior. On ultrasound examination, the fibroid will appear as diffuse thickening of the wall, with fibroids are seen as round areas with a discrete border. Adenomyosis is usually a diffuse process. If it is localized or formed within a fibroid or a cyst, it may also be possible to remove it. Now you can see the measurement of the mass, quite a large mass measuring about 4.6 centimeter into 4.6 centimeter. And you can see the fibroid having calcification. Calcification occurs and its presence shows that the mass has been present for a long time, an old mass. Now you can see two other masses all in the uterus, seen in the proximal and middle portion of the uterus. Now the one mass, this one lies close to the interior wall, and this mass lies close to the posterior wall and the cervix. You can see the measurement of the mass. Estrogen and progesterone are two hormones that stimulate the development of the uterine lining during each menstrual cycle in preparation for pregnancy. Appears to promote the growth of fibroids. Fibroids contain more estrogen and progesterone receptors than normal uterine muscle cells do. Now these growths can be small as your thumb or large as basketball, baseball. In about a third of patients, uterine fibroids cause a range of symptoms that interfere with daily life, such as heavy periods that might include clots. Most fibroids do not cause any symptoms, but some women with fibroids can have heavy bleeding, which can be heavy enough to cause anemia or painful periods, feeling of fullness in the pelvic area. A myomectomy can be performed through an open incision or in some cases laparoscopically. Most experts believe that about 9 to 10 centimeter, that is about 4 inches diameter, fibroid is the largest fibroid that should be removed. Now again you can see the multiple fibroids in the uterus. There are some potential harmful side effects of leaving the uterine fibroids untreated. Now, Harmful effects of ignoring uterine fibroids are continued growth of fibroid can cause pelvic pain and worsen abnormal bleeding and lead to anemia. Fibroids can negatively affect fertility. Now again you can see these masses. Multiple masses are seen from different angles, from different. By sweeping of the probe you can localize all these. But an ovarian mass, left ovarian mass, is also visible. Homogeneous hyperechogenic masses in the uterine cavity on ultrasound are highly suggestive of endometrial polyps, but the myometrial echogenicity of uterine fibroids may vary and be hypoechogenic, isoechogenic, hypoechogenic, or mixed, which depends on the size and nature of the fibroids. Now again you can see large masses. Fibroids are almost always benign, not cancerous. Rarely less than 1 in 1000 can develop into a cancerous fibroid. This is called leiomyosarcoma. Fibroids are also known by the following names: leiomyomas, myomas, uterine myomas, and fibromas. According to some researchers, about 80% of women have these fibroids by the age of 50. However, most women do not have any symptoms and may never know they have fibroids. Now, there are many types of fibroids, and these types of fibroids depend on its location or in or on the uterus. You can find some important information in the description of this video. Now you can see the liver, gallbladder, and I will show you hemangioma in the left lobe of the liver, in the middle portion. Now you can see the hemangioma. You can see this hemangioma, round oval in shape, have no significant blood flow in its interior. Now, the causes of the calcification in the uterine mass are infection, calcium metabolism disorders that cause hypercalcemia, too much calcium in the blood, genetic or autoimmune disorders affecting the skeletal system, and connective tissue persistent inflammation. Now again talking to the hemangioma, this is a benign lesion. Hemangioma is most common benign tumor in the liver, and the prevalence varying from 1 to 2% to 20%. In grayscale ultrasound, hemangioma typically appears as hyperechoic, well-defined lesion or hypoechoic mass with hyperechoic periphery. You can find some important information in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. If you do like this video, please click the like button. Thanks.